I've been working hard, you know, recovering from a couple of surgeries,
Right.
staying in the best shape that I can, and just trying to, you know, mentally
Get ready to come.
stay in check, you know, and just, you know, keep my body in check.
Right, you've been doing a lot of good work over the summer. I saw you team up with the anti-hate organization in August. You did a webinar, right?
I did, yeah, with the ADL. So the ADL is.
And how was that? You know,
It was amazing. It was amazing. They gave me an incredible platform to be able to share my story, sharing my experiences, and quite frankly, be able to just, you know, explain how sorry I was, and again to reiterate what I had been up to. You know, it's hard to explain.
Right.
The people who have been the most loving and the most compassionate, showing the most grace, have been so many people from the Jewish community. Of course, there's going to be people, my family, my close friends, that, you know, believe in me, know what's in my heart, know that I have no hate anywhere in my body.
You're a nice guy.
Thank you. And so, you know, sitting down 48 hours after the incident, immediately with the rabbi, and developing a relationship that we still have, whatever it is, 7 months later. Wow. Other rabbis that I'm very close with, doing basketball camps with Miami Beach Jewish Community Center, up north in Boca Raton. This is when we were in Miami, of course. You know, visiting the Holocaust Memorial. I can honestly sit here and talk for an hour about this, about all of the different experiences with little kids in the Jewish community, to teenagers, to, again, all the way up to rabbis who have just been so generous with their time and so understanding. I'll never forget that morning that I walked in and sat down, and I was scared and nervous and wondering what this man was going to think of me. And of course, he said, "Look, Meyers, you made a mistake."
Right.
But I knew 5 minutes right away, because I mean, I'm sobbing.
Right.
And you know what? It's been a very, very long and hard process because of how much, honestly, pain in my heart that I endured. I don't want and need
You were very
sympathy, but it was hard for
it was
very.
tough. You were very affected by it.
Yeah, to say the least. You know, when the death threats, and my wife's being told, "Don't leave your house, we're gonna rape you," and these things.
That's awful.
It was hard. So, you know, a lot of these things are difficult to share, but you know, over time I've been able to heal. You know, this will be a lifelong thing. I already had many Jewish friends, and now it's just it's amazing. It puts a smile on my face to know how forgiving a lot of these people have been, and how near and dear now this is to my heart and my ability. And probably the most important thing is to say, look, I made a mistake, and I am so sorry. You know, if I keep talking about it, I'm gonna get emotional, but it's more that, you know, now I have to use my platform and say, look, I've shown very clearly throughout my entire life, whether I was in Portland giving back, or in Miami giving back, or, you know, showing that I made a mistake, but this is so important to me to use my platform to speak against hate and all these other things, because that's always been who I am. I love all people. You know, I do what I can to take my shirt off my back and just show people the love in my heart.
Now, obviously you're in shape. You're a beast. A lot of teams can use you. Maybe even the Clippers need a big man here in LA. What team do you want to land with?
You know, I honestly haven't even thought that deep into it. You know, what I do know is that I have better experience. I know how to play the game.
How many more years?
I don't know. It just depends. I play the game for the love of it, for the culture, the connection, the chemistry in the locker room, the ability to impact young guys. And then on the court, you know, when people say, "Oh, well, he only averages this many points and this many rebounds," guess what? I don't care. I've always said that. I take pride in the little things that don't show up. I take pride in boxing out, setting good screens, spacing the floor, even if I don't get the ball and shoot a three.
Hustle.
Everything that comes from the heart. So I feel good about what I bring to a team. I really do. What I bring to the locker room, what I bring to the community.
And I know the community in Miami means a lot to you. Are you open to joining the Miami Heat again?
I would be ecstatic if I could play for the Miami Heat again.
Fantastic.
I fell in love with that place. I really did. My wife and I love it there. You know, Mickey Arison, the Arison family is incredible. Pat Riley, Andy Ellisberg, Adam Simon, the rest of the front office, Spo, and his entire staff. There's something about the culture there that is just me.
You were crushed.
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah. And you know what? Again, I can only be hopeful that people will allow me to bounce back, from a mistake. This was a mistake in extreme ignorance, and I own it. I've said this many times. I own my mistake, and I know that it was foolish, and it is. You can go ahead. Sorry. And that it was just so. Hi there.
You got fans everywhere.
It was, the word is incredibly, incredibly hurtful, and so it's been, hard to deal with that part of it. But all in all, I'm just, I loved the heat. I really did.